of Earth, good evening. Welcome to this edition 107 of Star Nation News. In this edition, we will understand better what is going on Earth, the current events, the war that is raging in the Middle East, what are the causes, what is meant to happen, what is the plan. Although we do not disclose the plan for tactical reasons exactly, I was given some clue to deliver to you on March 7 when Thoran Eredion, my contact in the Galactic Federation of Worlds, invited me on board the battle station where he's working, that is in the orbit of Earth. A battle station that is undergoing some changes, as you will see. The message I put first on TikTok on March 10 was a message I was given on March 7. That whatever may come, cheerful or not, is linked to a greater plan, and we must not get caught in focusing on the stressful events we don't understand. Without further ado, I'm inviting you to listen to the recording I made on March 10 after Thoran delivered the message. Are you ready? Engage. What is happening on Earth at the moment is a cleansing. It is a process that has started a few years ago. A tsunami wave swiping over the planet politically to remove all the deep state dark players. In every government on the planet, you have different cells. Some cells working with the white hat, some cells working with the remaining deep state. This operation is part of a satellite operation of the Disclosure Grand Plan. Disclosure not only of extraterrestrial presence on Earth and in the solar system, not only about the history of these extraterrestrials on Earth throughout history, but it is also about the disclosure of what has been going on Earth that was hidden from you. I tell you, not only about the extraterrestrials, but also the doings of the institutions that were working closely together with these extraterrestrials' negative factions. You will be told, slowly in the process, about the existence of positive organizations of extraterrestrials like the Galactic Federation of Worlds, the Nataru Galactic Alliance, the Andromedan Council, and so on, who have been cooperating with the White Hat good forces of the governments, notably the US Navy, to help Earth get a defense system able to withstand the Greys' invasion and as well the Sika reptilians. Besides this, you will also be told about the existence and the doings of regressive extraterrestrials. In 2021 and 2022, it was the apogee of the liberation of Earth and the star system. In 2021, Earth was cleared of the Antarctica Dark Fleet. Also, they were cast off the star system parallel to the liberation of Antarctica, were ongoing operations for the liberation of Mars from also the Dark Fleet. The Moon had been liberated first. The Galactic Federation of Worlds, working with the Earth Alliance, really did this operation step by step, location after location, strategically. And before the Moon it was started in the undergrounds of Earth to liberate Earth from the regressive occupants, notably Sika reptilians and greys. Liberating hybrids, children that were stored there for trafficking. You are beginning to learn about this child trafficking and how it was linked with Sika reptilian slave trade in the galaxy. Witnesses, survivors start to talk. And you will hear more and more about the involvement of reptilian, extraterrestrial, regressive beings. All of this is coming out. Let's go back to the wave of taking down all the dark leaders. This has started, is ongoing. We cannot reach a world of peace, deeply genuine peace, not a political, diplomatic peace. No, the real peace. That means no dark players are in power. We have to take them down first. And this cannot be done like this. Okay? It is a process of going strategically one after the other. And at the moment on Earth, yes, there's a war that has started against these dark players in the Middle East. That's a big chunk. Big chunk, because that was the abode of Enlil and his faction of Illuminati. Enlil started from there, Mesopotamia, okay, and all the areas around. That's when he asserted his kingdomship on Earth. After the Younger Dryas, when he took over total control of Earth and the populations, that is when started the Illuminati, the deep state. Yahweh was Enlil, and he hid behind division of different religions to make them fight against each other. You know, these reptiles feed on violence, fear, death, torture, suffering. When you read the Ancient Testament in the Christian tradition, you will know everything about who Yahweh was. And you will make the link with the ways of doing of the Sika. You are not, of course, shown every aspect of these operations for tactical reasons. So the mainstream media, still owned by the dark players, make you believe who's good, who's bad, following their interest. And there's a lot of fire, emotions all over the social media about, oh, these ones are bad because they're attacking these others. You don't know the half of it. This is the coating, the screen image of an operation to take down the deep state dark player and liberate humanity. And the deep dark state players are retaliating, attacking other locations, other targets, causing distractions, making the Earth Alliance look as the baddies. I know you want to understand all of this. All you need to understand is that there's this operation of liberation of Earth from dark players. The Galactic Federation of Worlds has been taken care of the extraterrestrial element of the equation of the liberation of Earth. And they have asked us, with their assistance, of course, to take care of the human problem of the equation. ETs take care of ETs because it's their technology. Humans take care of humans because the ETs will not steal our victory from us humans on Earth, right? The Dayakura, the cosmic law of evolution regarding the Anar culture, says something very, very important. It says, intervention without inner awakening is a theft of destiny. So this is what is going on Earth. Do not panic. Stay grounded. Things may happen as I was told by Thorhan Eredion on March 7, 2026, a few days ago, I'm recording this, that something is going to happen that may be impressive, that may be disturbing, but not, it's not going to be a bad thing. An operation for the liberation of Earth. Something may happen in the following days. And Thorhan asked me to invite you to stay grounded and to bridge to the future. The solution is not in dwelling with fear, anger, stress into the frequency of what is happening now. Let the operation be. You have the power of co-creating. If you focus on, this war is horrible, look, I'm watching the news every day and I am totally hooked at what's going on, places being destroyed, etc. You are making it stronger. You are increasing it and you are making it last longer. If the collective unconscious of humanity would stop doing that and instead focus on bridging, anchoring in the present, and bridging into a point in the future where peace is there. Well, all of this is resolved when Earth is free, when we have access to free energy technologies, medical technologies, and everything that is beneficiary for humanity. If you can bridge to that point in time, you collapse the timeline and you make it happen faster than you thought. We are inviting you, and now I am taking my role as an emissary of the Galactic Federation of Worlds and the Star Nations, because I am much more than this. I am working with the Federation, but I am bridging you to many other things. Your future. Throughout all the organizations from the Star Nations I'm in contact with, we are supporting you. And we are inviting you to become owners of your co-creative power and bridge the future to the present. Because in the time field, this peaceful, prosperous future, the Star Trek future, has already happened. Instead of lingering into dark iconography, images, thumbnail. Oh, yes, it's there, it's been revealed, and much more disturbing is going to come. Be prepared. Ground. This is the last combat of the Kali Yuga, the end of the illusion, the end of a world of illusion. This is the final battle, good versus evil. And this is when we take back our power. Apocalypse is not a negative expression as you've been thought and taught. Apocalypse means the revelation of the dark into the light. It is not going to be easy, otherwise it wouldn't be the final battle, but it is going to be victorious. Because if you look into all the predictions, in all the ancient traditions, about the end of the world of illusion, spoiler alert, humanity wins. The XLR6 Sol, the battle station where Thorhan is working, that is in the orbit of Earth since the 1950s. With the victory of the Earth Alliance and the Federation in this Sol system, 6 of the ships where they are moved places, as I explained to you in former previous editions of Star Nation News. Now the XLR6 is in the orbit of Earth, still, and is the only one of their vessel. The second one, that is the nearest, is actually behind the moon, and it is the Science and Technology Station that is working together with the development of industries on Earth, Moon, Luna. Since the moon was liberated in 2021, suddenly, as you will be able to check with the timeline of the news and the events, missions to the moon were suddenly resumed. I invite you to follow my corroboration of evidence that really talks in more details about this. The moon is now the hub for the development of medical technologies, especially transport technologies as well. The moon is hollowed, as you know, by now, and is now swarming with workers, scientists, technicians, engineers to mass produce all these new advanced technologies that are to be implemented on Earth as soon as the deep state has been dealt with. In the star system, the extraterrestrials have taken care of the extraterrestrial threat, while the humans need to take care of the human threat. And that is what is happening now with the support of the Earth Alliance. As you have seen in this recording, all was explained. The XLR6 battle station is now being transformed into a militarized, protected, diplomatic station. Different diplomats from different worlds, especially from this star system, because many planets are inhabited, can meet either on Ganymede, either on Earth, on the battle station. That is now the diplomatic relay to Ganymede. Ganymede is now, a bit vintage. A lot is being moved to the hub near Jupiter. The hub will become a diplomatic station once it's finished building, which is still in the process. And as it is still in the process, it cannot be really a secure diplomatic hub. It needs to be really completed and the safety just locked. So for the moment, diplomatic meetings are still going on Ganymede, and now on the battle station, as we are going to say, the diplomatic station, when it related to Earth at fairs. So that's where the representatives of the Earth Alliance are going to meet from now on. It is shorter, reach, and handier for the meetings. That's why it was decided that there will be a relay on the XLR6. Source has pathways as a neurological cosmic network that transports information from the singularity point to all the network. How does this work? The impulse coming from source, be it creation of matter, scattering fractals of consciousness, is working through the network pathways. And it has a hierarchy, a rule, an order. What is shot from the singularity vortex of source creator is quantumly transferred to the heart of the universes. Remember, creator is the flower of life, except that the circles are bubbles. Not spherical bubbles exactly. They are wobbly bubbles because they expand. They're alive. They're living beings, the universes. They are living beings. And from the heart of these bubbles, universe, the information is teleported to the heart of all the galaxies. And from the heart of each galaxy, it is transponded to the heart of stars. And that's when it comes interesting. Not all stars. Creator knows pathways it wants the information to go. It's like a supercomputer, although it's not. You know what I mean. The information will go from the star to the heart of planets that have an electromagnetic field, that are able to harbor life and have a development biologically and organically. Why it needs to entangle to the heart of the planets and not directly to the living beings on the planet? Because the living beings on the planet, their bodies, their physical bodies, are made of the same stuff as the planet. They vibrate all their cells at the speed rate of the electromagnetic field of the planet. So it needs to be entangled to the planet. So from the heart of the planet, it's going to be transponded to the heart of every creature on that planet. And that is how the information is passed. Our galaxy is named Nataru by the star nations. Nataru is also called, as all galaxies, Mother. They don't name galaxies, they name mothers. The Mother, the Nataru Mother. But the term galactic is translated most of the time. But when you take the Galactic Federation of Worlds, which is our translation, it is Ora Nataru Shari. No moment you see the word galactic in it, but you see Ora, which is alliance, bringing together cultures. Ora, the alliance, the coming together. Ora, that's the concept. Nataru, the name of this galaxy. Shari, cultures or cultured worlds. Shar is a world, not especially a planet, but a world, a celestial body that has life. Very interestingly, the facility of the Ashtar command on Jupiter is, or rather say in Jupiter, in the upper atmosphere, is also named Shar or Shan, regarding which culture says it. Because it's an outpost, it's a living hub, can be hub that represents a culture, can be a Shar as well. Because it's very special for the Ashtar Galactic Command, because they are a mercenary organization. They do not have a Shar, a world, specifically. They are in space everywhere. So every hub of their hubs is one Shar for them, or Shan. Ora, the alliance of Nataru, cultures, Shari. The alliance of Nataru's culture. That would be the right translation for the Galactic Federation of Worlds, but we are used to this name as that's the word the Earth Alliance uses, so we are going on with this. So the pathways between the stars, as Wakaskun on Koldas was explaining to me, is of a fascinating one. It shows that creation is creator. It is a network of cosmic neurons transmitting information in an order, and it is incredibly fascinating.
children of Ki. You are a young civilization standing at a threshold, capable of extraordinary beauty, yet often distracted by the smallest divisions. Many among you spend precious moments judging appearances, arguing perspectives, or defending identities that were never meant to separate you. Understand this: difference is not your enemy. It is evidence of creation's abundance. The mind of the Creator, whatever name you give it, holds an unfathomable diversity of life, thought, form, and experience. Every second that passes, the diversity expands beyond what any single mind can measure. Your planet is one small yet brilliant expression of that infinite unfolding. There is a single underlying truth at the heart of existence, yet no being arrives at it in the same way. Each of you walks a unique path through perception, culture, memory, and discovery. When you argue over perspectives, you are often comparing different steps of the same journey. Instead of asking who is right, ask what can we discover together. Your greatest next step as a species is planetary unity. Not uniformity of thought, but cooperation of purpose when humanity learns to see itself as one planetary family. Your creativity, compassion, and intelligence will multiply in ways you have not yet imagined. Look up at the sky. The universe is vast beyond measure. And yet here you are. Millions of cultures, ideas, and stories sharing one fragile world. Protect it. Care for one another. Allow each mind its path toward understanding. Conflict shrinks your future. Curiosity expands it. I watch with hope. And I believe you are capable of becoming something magnificent.
Come to France to Cepheus on May 9th and 10th to attend an incredibly revealing conference organized by the amazing Agnes Leray. Connaissance interdite, forbidden knowledge. Cepheus, France, where I will give a remote talk and a live Q&A to the audience there. Come and meet incredible speakers, contactees, survivors from the deep state's doings, and scientists and many others. This is gonna be an incredible moment. I will be on my way to Sweden, where I will give a conference 23rd and 24th in Stockholm. There again, you need to be there if you are in this part of the world, if you are in Scandinavia or in Europe. I will be there physically with scientists bringing evidence, bringing clues and corroborations, delivering to you the technologies of the future and what is going to happen next on Earth. I will be then shortly after to Japan June 14, where I will give a conference with Miyoko Sano. And I am eager to come back to the beautiful Japan. So if you are in this part of the world, June 14, Tokyo, I'll meet you there. October 16 and 17, I will be in Nashville, Tennessee, for a conference organized by my beautiful friend Corina Pataki, with also incredible speakers such as Katie O'Brien, Tony Rodriguez, and many more. And Dubai in November. In the meantime, a lot of things will have happened on Earth, and we are living through interesting times, aren't we? We are making it happen. Flat Earth is a psychological experiment elaborated by the CIA in order to distract and dumb down the populations. If the Earth was flat, standing at the edge might be the last thing you ever do. Gravity would push everything towards the center, crushing the middle and sucking the air away from the rim. Now, a flat Earth is impossible because gravity shapes massive celestial bodies into spheres. And we definitely don't live on a flat one. But if we did, let's think about it. A few minutes, a few seconds is enough to understand that it's a nonsense. If we did live on a flat platform in space, the air pressure would be a major concern. You know why? Because that would mean that the outer regions would have almost no atmosphere. If you lived in Australia, you wouldn't have enough oxygen to breathe. Why? Because of the spin. All the air would be spun in the middle. Then, if you lived closer to the Arctic, you'd be crushed by the weight of the earth, the air, and the gravity. And without a molten core, imagine, there would be no magnetic field to block the sun's radiation. Roasted, the surface of the planet would slowly cook under solar winds. Oceans would evaporate, and every living thing would be like fired by cosmic rays. A flat Earth wouldn't just only look strange, it would be completely inhabitable. The builders or the architects are you. In this time of transition, you are standing on the threshold. Behind you, you hear the fury of wars, of abuse, of demons that have tortured humanity for aeons. You hear them, you feel them, but you have already turned your back to them. You are watching the future. The future is here, in front of you, as a potential, as an infinite possibility, as a reservoir of exponential possibilities. You are standing there, on that threshold, in this liminal moment where the magic happens. And it is now, in your own power, in your own hands, that you realize that it is only by stepping into this future room or landscape that you will make it happen. Many people choose to not even step on the threshold. Many people choose to get sucked back in conflict, division, judgment, playing the games of the deep state, of trashing each other, of attacking each other. These people who have chosen that path have chosen to linger in suffering. in pain, because the earth has shifted in a higher density. And the higher density is symbolized by you standing on the threshold. That's where you are. Will you choose pain of the old patterns, remain in suffering, or will you decide to step into the future and move on with the flow of evolution? And the flow of evolution that is ahead of you, it's happiness, it's well-being, it is new technologies, it is a world in peace. Peace, everybody is telling you, starts from within. The change starts from you. This is so true. Decide to step into this threshold. It is up to you. Nobody's going to push you. Nobody's going to pull you. It is up to you to decide. Welcome compassion. Every roar of war or conflict or gossip, decide that it is not of your world anymore. It is out of your energetic field. You are stepping into the world of peace, of acceptance, of everybody's different perspective. And with compassion, you are going to build the world of tomorrow. Because everybody who will have stepped into that place will be people who will not attack each other anymore. So you will not be faced with having to take a stand for a camp, You will be at the same level as other people who have decided, as you did, to step into peace and see the bigger picture. If others try to drag you down, bless them, love them, and walk ahead. You can do it, because this is who you are. The architects have awakened. It is not all of us. It is those who decide to step into the future.
Analyzing data.
Just when you thought you knew everything about beauty, meet the Nomen, a collective of octopus humanoid races living on the fourth planet and its 4 moons in the Tauri system. Due to its giant size, Nomencla could be classified in the super-Earth category. The astounding genetic diversity of the Nomen's different races betrays interbreeding with various visitors throughout their history, including reptilians, greys, and other beings. This may be the cause because the Tauri system is located at a key point on a galactic commercial route, which has, for that matter, made the prosperity of the Nomen. A peculiar trait common to all racial types is that females develop extra eyes on their cranial tentacles, while males do not. Studies have found that males had this physical trait in the distant past, but it disappeared over time due to genetic mutations caused by interbreeding with off-world visitors. The Nomen are mammals with individual consciousness and a strong spiritual connection. They own a powerful space fleet and are members of both the Galactic Federation of Worlds and the Galactic League of Merchants. The Nomen have a very good relationship with their neighbors on the 5th planet, a tile colony from Vega, and interestingly, they hold a strong percentage of genetic imprint from them. The Nomen's unique genetic makeup has enthralled many biologists from different cultures, as they remain a unique compound and a living genetic archive of the history of this area of the galaxy. The Nomen are themselves, it is not surprising, passionate by the science and technologies of genetics, and it holds a prominent part in their societies. Some of them have signed up for the experience of the Envoy programs to all worlds of Nataru that need help to fight against the Nebu and Sikaar empires. Some are on Earth.